You are convinced it's happening. You have the story. You were sitting on your couch, talking to your spouse about cat food. You don't own a cat. You never bought a cat. But 10 minutes later, you open Instagram and there it was. An ad for premium kibble. You felt a chill. You looked at your phone and thought, it heard me. It didn't. The reality is far more terrifying than a wiretap. Thinking your phone is listening is a comforting psychological delusion. It implies you are special enough to be recorded. It implies a human element. But you are not dealing with a human. You are dealing with a mathematical certainty about you. We prefer to believe we are important enough to be surveilled rather than admit that we are predictable enough to be modeled. They don't need your voice. They have something much better. Let's apply forensic logic to our paranoia. You believe that Facebook, Google, Amazon, or someone else are recording your conversations 24/7, uploading that audio to the server, transcribing it, and scanning it for keywords in real time. Here's the technical reality. If your phone were constantly recording and uploading high-fidelity audio, it wouldn't be a phone. It would be a hand warmer. The processor activity required to compress and encrypt that stream would drain your battery in hours. The data usage would shatter your monthly cap within days. This is the battery audit. It is the first rule of digital forensics. Physics is absolute. Constant surveillance requires constant power. If they were listening, your device would be hot to the touch, constantly. Current consumer hardware makes 24/7 audio upload logistically impossible without immediate detection. Forensic analysis of the packets leaves no doubt. The data stream isn't audio. But if they aren't listening, how do they know about the cat food? The answer is simple maths. And unlike a microphone, maths doesn't have an off switch. They don't need to hear what you say because they know exactly where you stand. Physical location data provides a high fidelity intent for a purchase than an audio conversation ever could. Audio is messy. Audio is full of slang, sarcasm, and metaphors. If I say, I'd kill for a burger, the listening device has to determine if I am a murderer or just hungry. But if my GPS coordinates place me inside of a Five Guys for 15 minutes, that's absolute data. The algorithm operates on location context superiority. It doesn't care you said you like hiking. It cares that your device slept at a residential address, traveled 40 miles to a known trailhead, moved at 3 miles per hour for 4 hours, and then stopped at an outdoor equipment store on the way home. You didn't need to speak a word. Your movement pattern screamed consumer to every advertiser in the bidding war. Your location is the query, your destination is the intent. But it gets darker, because you aren't just a dot on a map. You are a dot next to other dots. Here's the solution to the cat food mystery. It wasn't you, it was the person standing next to you. EdTech ecosystems treat your social cycle as a biological contamination risk. This is the contagion vector. If you stand next to a friend or a coworker, the server matches your GPS and Wi-Fi fingerprints. It sees you are co-located. If your friend has been searching for cat food, maybe they just got a kitten, maybe they've been browsing pet supply stores, and then they come over to your house for dinner, the algorithm notices the proximity. It thinks user R interests are now relevant to user B. Your social circle is a zero-day vulnerability. Their search history leaks onto your profile. You didn't talk about the cat food and trigger the ad. Your friend searched for it. stood next to you, and the algorithm guessed that since you share space, you share interests. You are not an individual, you are a cluster. Your friends are a liability. Their lack of digital hygiene is your attack surface. You can have the most secured phone in the world, but if you stand next to a leaky user, you get infected with their targeted ads. Fine, you say. I'll delete the apps, I'll delete Facebook, I'll get off the grid. It doesn't matter, you cannot escape the shadow profile. Social platforms construct detailed dossiers on people who have never even signed up for their service. How? Through the people that did sign up. Every time your mother, your brother, or your colleague downloads a new app and click allow access to contacts, they upload your name, your phone number, and your email to the database. The system sees that user A, user B, and user C all have a contact named Arthur Morgan with the same phone number. They can triangulate your social graph, your probable location, and your approximate income level based on who knows you. You're being tracked in absentia. You are a ghost user, defined entirely by the attack surface of the people you trust. Your friends are the leak you cannot patch. You are in the system, whether you consented to it or not. Locations track you, friends contaminate you. But the reason the ads feel so frighteningly accurate is predictive determinism. The algorithm functions like a mirror from the future. It uses lookalike audiences. It looks at millions of other users who share your demographic, your location history, and your spending habits. It sees that 90% of men in your bracket who visited a hardware store on Saturday bought a specific power drill on Tuesday. It's now Monday. You haven't thought about the drill yet, but the algorithm knows you are statistically destined to want it. It serves you the ad before you consciously express the desire. When you finally realize you need a drill and you see the ad, you think, they read my mind. No, they just solved the equation of your life before you did. AdTech inadvertently weaponizes the Bader-Meinhof phenomenon. This is a cognitive bias where once you notice something, you start seeing it everywhere. The algorithm plants the seed, your brain recognizes the pattern, and you attribute it to surveillance. It feels like magic. It feels like a violation, but it's just cold, hard probability. Your first instinct is to go into your settings. You find a little toggle switch next to the microphone icon. You turn it off, you feel safe. Yes, turning off the mic does work. That microphone toggle stops the app from accessing the hardware mic. But it creates a false sense of security because it doesn't stop them tracking you via metadata. It is a pacifier designed to make you feel in control while the real theft happens in the background. But it does nothing to stop mobile advertising ID, the MAID. Your phone has a unique number specifically for advertisers. It broadcasts your identity to the highest bidder without making a sound. It links your location, your device type, and your app usage into a single fingerprint. Focusing on the microphone is like locking the window while the front door is wide open. The thief is already inside, reading your mail while you are busy taping over the webcam. If you want to survive this ecosystem, you need to stop acting like a victim and start acting like a glitch. You cannot stop the data collection entirely. The system is too big. But you can poison the data. Your primary defense is not silence. It's fracturing your identity. First, you need to sever the link between your past behavior and your future predictions. You do this by resetting your mobile advertising ID. On iPhone, ensure allow apps to request to track is turned off. This zeroes out your ID. On Android, deep in the privacy settings, there is a button to reset advertising identifier. Do this. Do this weekly. This tells the bidders that you are a new person. It breaks the continuity of the profile that they have built on you. Second, treat your social circle as a contamination risk. Segment your digital proximity. If you are going to a sensitive location or discussing sensitive financial matters, remove the devices from the room and kill the signal. If you just pile them in a box, they are still pinging each other, confirming your connection. Stop looking for a wiretap. Stop whispering in your own home. They don't need to listen to your conversations to own your wallet. They know where you sleep. They know who you stand next to. They know what you will want next Tuesday. If you want to disappear, don't just tape over your mic. Reset your ad ID. Segment your social proximity. And stop being predictable prey.